Yo, what is going on, guys? Just want to jump on and give my trade recap for today. Today was honestly experimental. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I had kind of a busy day today. I came back home from school and I was um letting my dog in. I was chilling with him for a little bit. Then I went to go pick up my girl from uni, and then I came back home, and then I had a couple chores to do. So I was only able to get on the charts like around 8 o'clock. Like so, not really like peak of Asia session, but kind of the move where um yeah, not the peak, but like kind of near the end of Asia session, right? When we tap into that London um when we tap into pre-market for London starts to open. And I just want to say, like, there's two trades here, right? Oh no, yeah, three trades here. And I just want to break down each trade, right? And we're talking about from the end of Asia session to what we get during London session, right? So if we jump over the higher time frame, so what can I see? I see that at the time we didn't close all the way above here. We were still forming this 4 hour candle. I can say that we're starting to make some moves down, right? We're starting to make some moves down. Um, and we could use this as a draw on liquidity with this 1 hour, 4 hour being this 4 hour high being up here. We can also say that we are reacting from a what? We are reacting from a 4 hour bullish gap, which is over here. The overall trend is down, right? Our recent break of structure was here, right? So ideally, we are following this trend here. We filled in equilibrium nicely. What's in equilibrium? This fair value gap. Perfect, right? So we were making some moves down on the short term trend, but overall we were bullish, and we can say that we are reacting from a 4 hour gap. Um, and within that 4 hour gap, we did have this bearish 1 hour gap, which is here, right? I'll just mark this out so you guys don't get confused. And with those pre-market, when we jumped on the charts at 8 o'clock, we had actually this draw to take, and I did mark this out. Why did I mark this as a draw? Because we reacted from this PY, but wasn't enough to actually break down to these lows again. So right, we made a displacement, right? We reacted from that PY, wasn't enough to break the structure. Buyers now are taking control, and where can we look to target, right? When we see that buyers are now taking control, where can we look to target? What's the easiest draw? When you see these two candles right here, when you see these two candles, right, being printed, what can you say? You can say that we're probably hitting to take out these highs that were made on that first initial tap into this 1 hour fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame. We could like confidently say that those are the draws, right? And I just want you guys to have a look at this, right? All I literally used was a 5 minute fair value gap with a 15-minute fair value gap, which was also in confluences. Just in case that if that 5 minute didn't hold, we did have that 15 minute to that price needed to break through or to fill. Just in case that 5 minute didn't hold. But we end up tapping into both, right? We tap in both the 15 minute, the 5 minute, right? Then I'm looking on the 1 minute, right? What am I looking for in the 1 minute? I'm looking for an inverse of something, right? And then I was just like, fuck it. Why not? Why not get a why not enter off this candle right here? I think I entered on somewhere of this candle being formed. Or the start of this candle actually. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's target these highs. Right? Let's target these highs. Let's go break even at these highs. Because we're in bullish order flow at the moment on the 5 minute, the 15 minute. We tapped into a 4 hour gap, which we are reacting from. The only thing that could fuck us up is the fact that um the only thing that could fuck us up is these highs, these hourly highs, right? Within this hourly fair value gap. That's the only thing that could fuck this trade up, right? 5 minute, like 5 minute, we're flowing, we're bullish. The only thing that could really like give resistance to this trade is this damn high over here, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, right? Let's fucking take a trade right now. I was literally at that mode of like, fuck it, like I wanna experiment. Why am I being scared? Like we see that we're holding the 5 minute gap. I shouldn't be scared to take it, right? As long as I'm following my rules of going break even at these highs, right? So I had like a fuck it moment over here. Again, I'm just experimenting, right? Experimenting. Um, and we were unable to take this high, but we did take this high on XAU USD, which is something that I also looked at as well. So as you guys can see, we actually took these highs on XAU USD. So ideally, this should have been a break-even trade, but me realizing pretty too late when price is all the way down here that why didn't we sweep out these highs? Well, it's because we actually swept it out on gold, right? But even then, even if I did get break even, right? Where where could I even look to target, right? Where could I look to actually re-enter again, right? If we see this gap is holding, we see this 5 minutes holding, we're not making any moves back down. We get an inverse here, right? Boom. Enter here. What can we do? We can do even stops below like this low if you want. Targeting this draw. That's a 1 to 5. And what do? We absolutely rip, right? We follow the Peter rays, right? They hold their value, they hold their structure, and we follow it and we get displacement through. This is what I mean by Asia session just like is low volatility to the point where it starts to respect bullish and bearish Peter rays, right? On that first initial tap. Like it starts to respect that and it starts to go in the flow of Peter rays instead of fucking whatever the fuck this bullshit is over here as soon as London session opened. Oh, let me get rid of this. All right. Whatever this is, right? And this is all within an hour and a half. This is what we get, right? We get no movement to internal lows, right? We get no movement to internal lows. Oh, I didn't even want to talk about this. Anyways, but look how clean this move is, right? Unfortunately, we weren't able to kind of take advantage of this trade just because we did after taking out these highs. Um, XAU USD didn't take out these hourly highs yet, but we did get a form of retracement, and that retracement was enough to actually take us out our break even, and yeah, took us out break even. Not too bad. I'll take that. As an experimental, we're playing with it, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. We took a trade just before London session open, so pretty much within that closing. Well, yeah, the opening of London session, right? That 8 o'clock, right? London session opens at 9. Let's see what we get, right? We follow the same rules, right? And I'm just like, okay, cool. What do we have on the high time frame, right? I see that we take out these hourly and these 4 hour highs, which is up here. So I'm like, okay, cool. We can look for some form of reversal if we get it, right? If we get it, we can look for some form of reversal down to these internal lows. Because what does price like to do? Price likes to, inverse these gaps and take out internal, and it's able to fuel the move up. If price wants to go up, it will go up, taking out those internal lows. So external to internal, right? And then back to external, which is up here. Or we actually get displacement through these lows, continue down the trend, right? All the way down to these internal lows down here, right? And that's when we would be tapping into the hourly fair value gap, right? So, those are the two scenarios, right? It could either go up or it could either go down. And my take profit was here at this internal low. I think it was just like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3. So let's talk about it, right? 2 trades I took in London session as experiments. After we take out these hourly draws, right? We take out those hourly draws. We take out those 4-hour draws. I'm like, okay, cool. If we inverse these two gaps here, one is a 15-minute gap and one is a 5-minute gap. If we inverse those two gaps, where are we likely to draw towards, right? Because now we see that we can now use that as some form of resistance to now take out these internal lows, and price can do whatever it wants from there because that is our take profit, right? We get that inverse, right? We get that inverse of both the 15-minute and the 5-minute. So the 15-minute candle closes below the 15-minute gap. The 5-minute candle close below this 5-minute gap, right? I'm on the 1-minute. Okay. What am I seeing on the 1-minute? What am I looking for, right? What am I looking for? We get a retracement back into that 5-minute and that 15-minute. Mind you, we also had a 5-minute bearish Fair Value gap that was created on the move down. Yeah, on the move down, right? After inversing those gaps. This is a 5-minute gap here. On this red one here. What am I looking for, right? We didn't get an entry model here on this move down, right? Oh, sorry. We get an entry model here, right? After making some moves down, just remember that these draws wasn't taken out yet. So we were still in the play to take out these lows, right? Even though we did start to make some way down here, right? What did we get? We get this bullish Fair Value gap here, right? I'm waiting for price to inverse it. We inverse it. We inverse this, right? I take the trade. I'm just like, okay, cool. We've got no defenses, right? We've got no defenses at all. We can at least take out these lows to the point that we could go break even at these lows, and hopefully we take out these lows down here as the next draw. What does price do, right? Just remember, no fucking like no defense in terms of buys, right? And I feel like this is like something that I'm actually catching on to a lot, is that the fact that when I do take these trades, it either plays out or I instantly get stopped out, right? And I'm really starting to believe that it's I'm starting to think that it's a session based, because London session is very, very like, it sets up for New York. I'll put it that way. It sets up for New York, right? The only kind of play you could really do is if price takes out Asia session high or Asia session low, right? And you get a reversal play off there, right? Which is, we try to get a reversal play off the high time frame, Peter Ray, which in our case was taking out that hourly and that 4-hour high. But again, we have to wait for those 5-minute confluences, because we can't just enter on the fact that we inversed a fucking 1-minute, right? How the fuck are we gonna know? Are we just gonna enter here? You know, that's so dumb. That's stupidest thing that anyone could ever do. So what do we wait for? A 5-minute, 15-minute? Wait for that 5-minute, 15-minute validation and that condition. We had a 5-minute condition. First condition, actually, I was made on the move down. We had a 15-minute and a 5-minute inversion. We get our entry model here. We get our closure below, and we just get instantly stopped out. I'm like, okay, cool. If we instantly get stopped out at this high, right? Where did price go? Price came to take out these fucking highs once again. We fucking stop rated these highs once again, and then we get a bullish. We get a bearish fucking candle. So I'm like, okay, cool. This, like, I was willing to take a loss here because I didn't really care at this point. I was like, what the, like, if this plays out, it just proves to me that London session currently is just fucking stop hunting everything. It's wicking fucking everything, especially on the lower time frame. It might look clean on the 5-minute or the 15-minute, but this is some bullshit on the 1-minute, right? And this is not price, right? I am not blaming price. I just want to keep that clear. I am not blaming price. I'm just saying that this is what London session does, and this is what I have to fucking trade in. And this is me not even complaining. I'm just wondering what the fuck is going on, right? I'm gonna just keep it like that. And that's just me, like, straight up just talking to you guys and everything that's on my mind, right? Because this is a journal at the end of the day. And I'm just talking to you guys about what's on my mind, right? Like, what do I What do I like? Why the fuck is London Session like this, right? And then I started to do some research, and then I start asking ChatGPT a bunch of fucking questions, like, the strategy works, right? We know the strategy works. It's just why the fuck is like we're constantly getting stop rated, and then the trade plays out. Like the trade eventually plays out, but like again, we're like constantly stop rating on like that lower time frame, right? Get a sweep here, we get a sweep here, right? And then we get um like this is the major sweep here, right? We take out all these fucking internal highs here. Like you would think that after reacting from these zones, we ideally should hold them, right? We ideally should just fucking just take out these lows without having to do all this fucking volatility bullshit. Like these are the conditions that you don't want to trade, right? But again, people say, "Oh, like you shouldn't have traded in that condition." Well, how did I think that this was gonna be the choppiest fucking condition when I see this, right? Like I can't predict. I don't know that this is gonna be the choppiest condition ever until we get stop rated, and then price just starts to fucking just do this, right? We get stop rated of these highs, right? We make some moves down, right? And we get stop rated again. It's just like what the fuck, you know? It's just like like this is the conditions to where like when we compare it to something like this, right? Where we have low volatility to the point where if price doesn't hold the gap, it doesn't hold the gap, right? You take your loss, you move on. But if it does hold the gap, it just holds the gap. You know what I mean? There's no taking out previous lows or these internal lows. Like the 1 minute is more cleaner, I would say. The 1 minute plays are way more cleaner just because of the fact that we have low volatility, right? And we're not setting up for anything. All of Asia session, it just ranges. It just creates the range for the day, right? That's what it does. It just ranges the whole day. It does not consolidate, it ranges, right? And that's when we talk about continuation, right? And we talk about a ranging market. That's where we kind of want to take into, right? It just makes sense. It just makes sense. If we talk about continuation, we want to join into a ranging market, not a market where like it's constantly up and down, stop rated on the internal highs, constantly stop rated on the internal highs, right? But again, one of those things where like it's to the point where I've picked up on it, right? And until London session becomes better, I probably would only stick to Asia session and New York, right? That's probably the only sessions I would really stick to. But then again, it's hard to even trade New York just because of news and things like that. But even then, I think I'm just gonna fucking get on the charts whenever, right? And just see, right? I'm fucking experimenting here to the point where I don't mind investing in myself, and when it comes to trying new things that might work or might not work. But I just know that if I keep going like this, trying to fight these messy conditions, I'm just gonna lose. And I'm just gonna lose, and it's just lower probability for me. Like again, the strategy plays out, but it's to the point where you can only do so much analysis, and the trade plays out, but you're getting stop rated every fucking, every time you take a trade. Like ideally, you want to stay out of those conditions, right? And like I'm just giving you example, the same exact trade here, but two different reactions, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why like I didn't mind experimenting today. I didn't mind taking some trades today. I didn't mind at all because at the end of the day, we are experimenting, and I just like it's just like to the point where this was a clear example. It might not be like this every day, but I just wanted to show you guys what I meant by like Asia session like respects Peter Rays a lot more. Not all the time, but like it does respect it a lot more. We're not constantly fighting this wiki bullshit, right? We just get it. We either respect it or we don't, right? That's the kind of move that's like going on now, right? And yeah, that kind of wraps it up for today's video. I gotta call it actually right now, just because I gotta wake up at 6 so in a couple of hours. We're gonna get up early and then leave early and then yeah, I gotta leave early and then gotta get there on time. Hopefully, Friday traffic, and it's a hit or miss. So, who fucking knows? And yeah, just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening to my rant. I probably won't be on tomorrow. I just want to enjoy some time with my girl. But we'll see what time I finish from work tomorrow, and we'll see where we go from there. But ideally, I'm probably not gonna get on because I want to enjoy some time with my girl. You know, her birthday's coming up soon, and I bought her a gift and things like that. And I just want to spend some time with her, and kind of just want to um, call it a wrap for the week. We got the account back today, actually. Um, and I think it's just like, we get a nice reset next week, and we continue our journey from there. But yeah, tomorrow I might just call it a day, and yeah, we'll see. Yeah, no, we will see how we go tomorrow. Again, God bless you guys. If it wasn't for God, we wouldn't be here right now. So I just want to give all glory to Him. Um, I hope you guys have a blessed night. I hope you guys have an amazing night all day wherever you guys are from. Again, thank you guys so much for keeping me accountable. Um, and keeping me going, and making sure that no matter how tired I am, like I didn't even want to make this video just because of how tired I was. And I wanted to make it tomorrow, but I know I'll get lazy tomorrow and I won't do it. So, consistency is key as well. So, yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, hope you guys have an amazing night. God bless you guys. And hope you guys have an amazing week and weekend coming up. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.